I did a product review of the Proton ball machine from Hydrogen Sports about a year ago. I've used the ball machine quite extensively since then, and I thought it'd be interesting to do a follow-up piece. I wanted to address two questions. The first question is, how do I typically use this ball machine? The second question, and maybe the more important question, is, do I have any regrets buying this machine? If you're interested in the answer to any of these questions, please stay tuned. I'm a 3.5 level player, and I usually use the machine to practice my ground strokes. I usually set it up for relatively simple baseline type shots that I can rally with so that I can work on consistency. I use the machine about 2 or 3 times a week, each time putting 5 or 6 baskets of balls through the machine. Each basket contains about 75 balls, so in total I've put about 40,000 balls through the machine. While the machine is relatively small and light, I usually move the machine from the car to the court using an old hand cart that originally came with an ice chest. I also have a wheeled ball caddy that I use to pick up balls and load onto the hopper. I usually have about 3 or 4 shots set up with a bit of variety in terms of shot velocity and position so that I don't get lazy. You can see my settings in the screenshot. I set these for cross court and for the ball to land in the 2nd or 3rd position from the doubles alley. I save this as a custom routine. You can also quickly switch this for use in the ad court for backhand practice by clicking on this icon. It basically mirrors the setup onto the other side of the court. I also enabled the random shot order feature so that I don't start anticipating the shot and moving early. I use this next setup when I want to combine both fore and backhand practice. It forces a lot more movement in order to hit the ball cleanly. Here is some footage of a practice session using the first routine I described earlier. My split step is in sync with the blue LED on the front of the machine that indicates an incoming ball. I get a pretty good workout when the ball delay is at 3.5 seconds and the machine is making me move side to side. I tend to get lazy when I get the same ball over and over, so I have to program some variability into the routine. The manufacturer recommends opening up and cleaning the ball machine every couple of months. So here you see me unscrewing the 9 screws that hold the bottom on and cleaning out all the dirt and especially the tennis ball fuzz that is collected in the inside. I had 2 ball jams that required that I disassemble part of the machine to fix. It also took 2 trips to Hydrogen Sports for them to fix a problem with the front riser. This is the short video that I sent to Hydrogen Support showing the problem. This is a list of some of the other problems that I encountered. First of all, there's some side-to-side drift. The machine doesn't always return to the position that it was set after a while. I also experienced a couple of uncommanded power-offs. Almost once a session, the machine will power off unexpectedly for no apparent reason. So my peeves from the previous review remain. That's the inability for this machine to do a proper high ball for practicing overhead smashes. So, what do I think about the Proton ball machine? It does several things really well. It's fully programmable. It allows you to specify the ball position, different speed and spin combinations in a very light, compact form factor. Unfortunately, it hasn't been as reliable as I'd hoped. Now, to be fair, ball machines operate in a very harsh environment. Vibration, heat, dirt. However, you would expect that the machine be designed with those things in mind. The service experience has been relatively good. It's taken between 2 to 3 weeks for the service department to fix the machine and return it to me after I send it out. Now, Hydrogen Sports have announced a new accessory that will allow the ball machine to be raised several feet off the ground. They say that this will allow it to do lobs and serves, so it should provide some additional new interesting functionality. This is scheduled to be released sometime in mid-July, so I look forward to seeing it and testing it out in a future review. I hope you've enjoyed this follow-up video. Let me know if you have any comments or questions below, and I'll see you in the next video.